What is multi-factor authentication? What is it in relation to the security of our system?
The multi-factor authentication is a security mechanism that gives you a second layer of security. In case somebody has your password, he's not able to log in. He'll need to have another device, maybe a personal phone, for him to now log into the system.
So you're saying this is a password protection system or something like that? Or
yes,
methodology?
Yes.
What other issue did you find out?
We found out also that where the servers are hosted, they are exposed in terms of, we know we can trace and we can find.
Okay, let's go methodically.
Yes.
This security audit summary is contained at which page so that we are methodical?
Okay.
Of your report. Which page of your report?
We can move to from page 2.
No, up there I think the document is
page 32.
Yes. Yeah.
My apologies.
Okay.
Page 32.
Page 32.
Yes. So from page 32, I think I've already highlighted the multi-factor authentication.
Yeah, and the second issue?
The second issue as we proceed is on page 33, which is the lack of Cloudflare or dynamic naming system or proxy to protect your system from people knowing where it's located or where it's hosted. This is just to divert any threat attackers.
Okay. Why is this important?
This is important because without this, people will be able to attack your system and maybe remove some data from it.
Okay. And what other issue? Very quickly so that we summarize your report.
There was a critical issue which was exposure of the passwords in the browser. When a user inputs their username and password, which definitely the username and password was already shared without the requirement of security. Yeah. So if a username inputs their password, the username and password, we are able, as a security personnel, you are able to get the password from the backend. Okay.
In this case, you looked at the logs, right? What was the password what was the username that you said is unsecure and the password?
The username and password that was unsecure for that, just give me 10 seconds for that, please.
Okay, because of time and because that is an issue which is not contested, let's go to the next issue, the security challenge that you said you experienced in this audit, so that we save on time.
Come again?
What's the next vulnerability that you said you saw in the system from a security perspective?
Okay,
the next one.
This was more of an observation. Just out of curiosity, you know, this is a county assembly system, and most of these systems need to be hosted under a geo.ke system, geo.ke domain.
Okay, what is the difference? Senators want to know. You're saying .co.ke and .go.ke. What is the difference?
The major difference is co.ke is a private commercial domain that is used by businesses, our companies or companies which are limited or what. And the geo.ke is a reserved domain system which I believe is with the ICT authority that authorizes you to use it. No one can come and apply.
Okay. What other vulnerability did you notice as an expert?
A major vulnerability also was the password management policy.
What do you mean by password management policy? Just explain it briefly.
I can say this is a requirement. I saw that the Kericho County Assembly IT team say that they have an IT policy.
Yes. And
with this, you need to have a policy that dictates that your password needs to be secret, and also no one needs to know your password, and also you need to be able to change it after a certain duration.
Okay.
Yes.
What you said that this domain was hosted, the domain hosting was done abroad. Where is this done abroad? Where is this contained in your report?
The domain, the domain hosting,
Yeah.
and the server hosting was in Germany.
Uh-huh.
Yes, it's hosted in Germany, and the person who owns the domain is a company called Host Pinnacle Cloud Limited.
Host Pinnacle.
Yes.
Is it a public or private company?
This is a private company.
Private company.
Yes.
So in your analysis of this system in terms of risk, how did you rate the system?
In terms of security, I would believe the system is highly threatened.
It's highly threatened.
Yes.
Okay. So I need you, there's a question which senators really want to know. And you can look at page volume 4A, where these logs, that is page 13, page 13, 14, 15, and up to 17 of volume 4A. What is this? From an expert perspective, what is contained at page 13, 14, up to 17? What is this?
This is a system log of the users who interacted with the system.
Of the users who interacted with the system?
Yes.
Okay. What are the key features of these logs that you can see from there? Because we really want to know whether it gives names. The key features of these logs that you can see.
I believe the key features that I can see are numbers, which must be representing something, most likely the username.
The username,
Yes, the username of the user.
Very quickly, what else do you see there?
We can also see the motion, that was the motion number.
The motion number.
And the actual choice.
And the actual choice,
yes.
So the results can also be seen from this system, from this document,
Yes.
The results of the vote.
Yes.
Okay. Move quickly at page 29, because this is where we want to focus on as well. Explain to us what is there at between page 29 and up to page 32. What is this from an IT perspective?
Just scrutinizing.
That is volume 4A, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What are these?
Okay. Scrutinizing the document and the pages, I could see there's, from an IT perspective and network, on the network side,
yes,
because
yes,
IT also is very wide.
Yeah,
there's an IP address,
yes,
on the far right, which also corresponds to the MCA's maybe user number or username. Yes, and as I can see, the IP addresses, some are different, some are same.
So some IP addresses are different, others are the same.
Yes.
So the question which these senators, the honorable senators, want to know from this document is why will the IP addresses be different for the same data? Why will it be different? That is important.
Please come again.
Yes, these IP addresses on this page, on these pages, some are the same, while others are different. That's from page, especially you go to page 31. If you look at page 31, then you have 41.139.237.129 appearing several times down there. It appears several times down there. So if, from your expertise, why is this the case?
This one is, if we observe this, we can see that those IPs, it seems that the MCAs voted from the same network.
Oh, they voted from the same network?
Yes,
huh?
yes.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Now, let me be picturesque here. I have this gadget, right?
Yes.
This is my phone or laptop, tablet, and I want to use it to vote. I want to use this, a link has been sent to my phone to vote. Is that correct?
Yes.
And then the link has been sent, I key in on that link, it goes into a system. Is that correct?
Very correct.
That is correct, eh?
Yes.
So and senators want to know this, because some 4 MCAs say some folks voted for them. So if you have a gadget like this, and you want to access, you have accessed the system, what evidence does this gadget live in that system, which anyone can verify and say, Peter Wanyama, on this date you accessed the system using this machine?
For that, the system, as I had mentioned earlier,
Yeah.
there's some security flaw. So in order for you to...
No, ideally, in a typical system, if I'm accessing as a system,
Yeah.
what will you find in the system that Peter Wanyama logged in this system? What fingerprint will you find in the system?
Usually, we use MAC address, something called a MAC address,
Aha.
which is unique to all devices.
What you say it's a MAC address, eh?
Yes.
Again, for the benefit of all of us, what is a MAC address? What is MAC?
MAC is a media access control.
Uh-huh.
That's a terminology, but it's a unique identifier in a network system that all devices in the world have different MAC addresses.
All
So
devices have different MAC
yes,
addresses.
It's unique
Okay.
to each device,
Okay. I think
whether
that
a laptop or a phone or anything that communicates with the internet.
anything that communicates with the internet has a unique address.
Yes, needs to have a
So
unique.
if I am doing an audit of that system, what kind of audit do I need to do of a system to find the MAC address of the devices that access that system? What kind of an audit should I do as an expert to check that the following MCS actually used these devices to vote?
For that, as I've mentioned, you need to have the MAC address. That
Yes.
is one. And also, if something that can support that would be maybe if they had implemented the 2 MFA, the multi-factor authentication.
Yes.
Also would hold float somewhere. But now that one doesn't hold float to ascertain that this is the device. So without the MAC address, we can't.
Okay, maybe let
ascertain.
me rephrase my question. For me to get the logs for containing the MAC addresses for all these 33 gadgets that accessed the Kericho voting system, right? What kind of audit will I do of that system for me to arrive at this conclusion? A document containing the MAC addresses for all these laptops or computers or phones.
At local level, maybe because you can see the IPs, most of them voted from one place.
Yes.
So we would need also the access logs from the Kericho County IT administrator.
The access logs, and then?
So that we can ascertain that this computer is communicated at this time.
Okay.
With these MAC addresses.
Okay, again, an important question. In the document, did you access this system yourself?
Yes, we accessed with the user account, with the shared user and username and password.
Oh, you accessed this system with the shared username and password?
Yes.
Eh? Okay. When you access this system, did you see this MAC, the evidence of the MAC addresses of the devices that access this system?
No, we did not see anything, and we did not see much. Inside.
Now, I want to show you, and in the documents before the county assembly, those documents that you said you reviewed when doing the audit, the logs which are there. do you see any MAC addresses of the phones and the computers that accessed this system to vote? From the documentation that you have there, do you see the MAC addresses?
This is the time. No, we did not see any log. We did not see any log of the MAC address.
Yeah, I also want to show you a security report which has been done by an expert from the Senate. It is before the House. Do you have a copy of the security audit?
Yes.
Yeah. Have you had a look at it before you came to this plenary?
Yes.
Okay. In this document that has been submitted by a security expert from the Senate, do you see any MAC address, the logs containing the MAC addresses for all these phones and computers which were used to access this system? And in this case, several times, up to 34 times on the minimum.
Why are you interrupting the witness when giving? Yes, what is it?
You've had counsel refer to the document which the chair circulated to members. And our understanding at that time was that a witness, the owner of this expert opinion, will introduce the document, then give us an opportunity to interrogate it. And this, after he has done that, our understanding, Mr. Speaker, was that then it will put us in a position to be able to now post questions to this other expert, either to collaborate or disagree. Mr. Speaker, I believe that you consider taking that as the procedure to approach this particular evidence, because, Mr. Speaker, if we don't...
Senator Boni Karole, thank you very much for your point of order. I've heard you. I don't take a lot of time to understand some things. So I have heard you, and I want to lead a question I'm not to refer to that report until it is officially in this House. The experts will be able to come and interrogate this report. Yes, Senator Osus.
Point of order, Mr. Speaker. I think you really need to give a thought to what Senator Halwale is requesting, because fortunately in this House, we have IT experts. I am an IT expert of high standing in this country. We have Senator Kisang, we have Senator Kajwang, we have Senator Olekina and others. Mr. Speaker, we have a lot of issues to raise about the report by the expert. And if we go the way we are going, we'll end up in a situation where the lawyers are going to refer to that document in the report, and yet we have questions around that report. So I think from an expert point of view, it is important to start with the expert appointed by this House. Then the others can now follow, Mr. Speaker. That way we'll be making progress.
You
and we are going
remember,
to save on
Senator
time.
Osos, yesterday, the directive was given that the counsel for the governor was allowed to have this witness yesterday. And then it was again communicated by the chair that we have an independent expert. And also this morning, there was a direction that was given by the speaker, that after all this has been done, then the experts will come. The ICT authority experts will come and share with us. So what we are cautioning is that the witness or the counsel should not refer to this report by the experts. Yes. Senator Sifuna, 30 seconds.
You know, Speaker, the problem that I foresee is that Counsel for the Governor has brought his expert. What opportunity will that expert get to comment on this report, if not when he is on the stand? Because when your expert comes, they would prefer that their expert has comment on a document that is already here. Unfortunately, I was not in the House when this, just a minute, Senator Cherargei. Speaker, I was not here in the morning when this document found itself on the floor, but I'm wondering how it found itself on the floor. Because it's a document that is before us. You have seen it, I have seen it. And the witnesses
Fine, Senator Sifuna. Senator Sifuna, just a minute. You know, when the chair gives a communication like I have, which was done this morning, maybe fortunately or unfortunately, some of us were not around. And that is why now we are reversing to a decision that was made and elective given by the chair or from the chair. Here I am. So have your seat.
Okay, so just one clarification. At what point will the expert for the governor get opportunity to comment on the report that has been submitted by the experts appointed by this House?
There will be no problem having him around. There will be no problem.
You know, Chair, today is Friday. Today is Friday. And I know how low energies get on Friday. I'm a whip. But anyway, so, we'll follow your guidance.
Yes, please. No more interruptions. Proceed, Council.
Mr. Speaker, sir, I will not ask a question on the Senate's ICT report. I will ask instead, I will cross-examine that witness when he comes before
but
the floor.
When the ICT authority experts will be around, there is no problem having him around also to reason to that presentation.
I'm well guided, Mr. Speaker. Thank you very much. I'm concluding, Mr. Witness. Now, earlier you said that these MAC addresses of a telephone, laptop, or desktop computer is the only evidence that is needed to ascertain that a certain person voted. How does a MAC address look like? The MAC address of any gadget, how does it look like? How does it look like, a MAC address? And when you answer that question, then go to page 29 to 30, 31, and 32 of volume 4A. As you answer that question, you can also answer this other question, the additional question. Are these MAC addresses of the laptops of the MCAs that voted?
Your first question, the MAC address looks like a serial number. It's composed of hexadecimal numbers which contain letters and numbers. Yes, different from the IP address which you are saying, which is just contained with numbers. So from that, we cannot ascertain or we cannot see the MAC address of the devices from here.
And the second question? The second question, the documents that appear at page 20, volume 4A, are just for the purpose of the record, from page 29 to 32, are these MAC addresses of the gadgets?
These are not MAC addresses of the gadgets. These are IP addresses.
Maybe a corollary question. What is the difference then between the MAC address and these IP addresses that are contained in page 29, 31, 32, 33 of this volume? What is the difference? Because they are both from the system. What is the difference? Tell us.
An IP address can be shared with multiple devices. A MAC address is unique to a certain device. That's the major difference.
So look at the conclusion of your report then. That's page 39. What conclusion did you say about this platform that you reviewed, the system that you reviewed? What conclusion are you saying?
If I'm to read what's on the report, the identified vulnerabilities expose the voting system web application to severe risks, including credential compromise, denial of service attacks, and unauthorized access.
Thank you. Maybe one last question which I wanted to clarify. It was said yesterday in the Senate that some IT officers assisted some NCAs to vote on the desk there using a computer or several computers. If they used one computer, right, to access the system, will there be a MAC address? If the access is twice, will the MAC address be the same?
Yes.
It will be the same?
Yes.
Okay. I think, Mr. Speaker, sir, that is all in examination in chief for the witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Counsel. Cross-examination.
Madam Speaker, may I kindly see my remaining time because I need to manage it? The screen is not facing me.
Can you reverse for him to see the remaining time? It's 18
Thank you.
minutes.
Let me do the best I can within that time limit, then we'll take further direction. Okwon Job Oguya, that's your name, correct?
Yes.
Do you know a person called Weldon Kipiegon Langat? You know, either you do or you don't.
I believe I know.
Knowledge of somebody is not belief.
Yes.
Either you know somebody or do you know somebody called Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Yes.
How well do you know him?
Not so well. We just met. We met yesterday.
Mr. Oguya, we'll need to start on an honest note. How well do you know Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Not very well.
Just put your mouth on the microphone and address me, address the speaker directly. How well do you know Weldon Kipiegon Langat?
Not very well.
For how long have you known him?
Just this week.
You knew him just this week?
Yes.
When he was contracting you to sign this report?
Okay. For purposes of...
No, you knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. True or not true?
I physically...
Witness, can you please answer the question?
I physically knew him when this week. But
I'm saying you knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. That is a very critical question because we are dealing with a professional. You knew him when he was contracting you to sign this report. True or not true?
True.
Truth is, Weldon Kipiegon report, Langat prepared this report and got you to sign it. True or not true?
Not true.
I'm saying the truth is, Weldon Kipiegon Langat prepared this report and procured you to put your signature on it. Please reflect on that question and answer.
No.
What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipiegon Langat this week?
There was no solid interaction with him.
Give us the liquid or gaseous one.
I believe it was just on the system check.
What about the system check? Because that's the critical question keeping these senators here today. What about it?
That was, as a team of IT experts, it's just to hit the wall and find out somebody's observance of the system.
You observed this system with him?
No, we observed.
So what interaction did you have with the Weldon Kipyegon Langat? That is my simple and straightforward question.
As I've said, the interaction was just on maybe name basis.
It can't be maybe. You knew Weldon Langat this week. You had a specific interaction with him. What interaction did you have with him?
And as I've said, it was more of just observation of the system, but no more details, in-depth details.
Tell us what exactly that entailed, more of observation. What particulars, what did you do with him regarding the system?
For us on our side, we just shared what we had observed, but we did not get information from him.
I've told you earlier, Weldon Kipyegon Lagat, the one who contracted to sign this report, you have denied.
The report was made by us.
I've said he's the one who contracted to sign this report, you have denied. What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipyegon Langat? And remember always, I only ask questions whose answers I know. So proceed. What interaction did you have with Weldon Kipyegon Langat?
And that's why I've said we didn't have, that is the only thing that we interacted.
I don't even know what it is. So now state it. What is it? I want to understand what it is.
That is observation of the system. That's observation of...
Okay, tell us what observation of the system entails, the particulars of observation of the system.
That is, if it's secure.
You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding if the system is secure?
Yeah.
What were his observations?
On his side, I don't believe...
What were his observations on that issue?
I can't recall I can't recall his answer.
Sorry, Mr. Job Oguya, you are an adult. Yes?
Yes.
Let's admit what we can, deny what we can, but within parameters of truth. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week. The first aspect of interaction was observation if this system is secure. Is that what you told these senators? Is that what you've told these senators?
Yes, that's after our report.
What were his observations regarding the security of the system?
I can't recall what.
You discussed with Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding this system that keeps these senators here, and you can't remember anything about his observations. Yes?
Yes, because we did.
No, not because. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week regarding this system that is at the center of this motion, and you can't remember anything he said about it. Is that your statement?
Yes.
The only business that brought you and Weldon Kipyegon Langat this week was this system. Did you have any other business?
No.
This is the only agenda that brought you together with Weldon, this system. Correct?
Correct.
And you have forgotten everything that Weldon Kipyegon Langat told you regarding this singular agenda, isn't it?
Maybe you can get together because of a certain...
I'm not seeking hypothesis, I'm seeking facts. You interacted with Weldon Kipyegon Langat for a single agenda, being this system, this week, and you have forgotten everything he told you about that agenda. True or not true?
That is true.
The truth being you have forgotten everything.
Not that I've forgotten anything.
The truth being?
The truth being that we just observed and we did not go
That's a
in
different
depth.
question.
Yes.
I am saying, I've asked you, what were the observations of Weldon Kipyegon Langat regarding the security of this system? You have said...
What's your point of order, Senator Dancer?
I think we have observed that the question has been repeated several times. Mr. Speaker, that is called badgering a witness. A witness can say, I know, or I don't know, or I don't remember, and you move to the next question. Mr. Speaker, we are not going to spend the afternoon here listening to the same question repeated several times. We must make progress. We must make progress. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Mugatana, let's allow the witness to answer the question and we proceed. So Senator Mugatana, you overruled let the witness proceed to answer the question. Question, witness. Don't interrupt, honorable senators. Let's proceed on. We save time. Proceed, witness.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Counsel, please advance your conversation or interrogation with the witness.
My apologies, Madam Speaker, if I appear to have badgered the witness. It's not in my nature to do that, but let me point out, Job Oguya, I have sought to know what aspects of this system you discussed with Weldon Kipyegon Langat. You have told me you discussed the security of this system. Is that the correct position?
Yes.
I have sought to know what the views, the observations of Weldon Kipyegon Langat were regarding the security of this system this week.
Maybe ask again. I've not got your question.
Counsel, please advance your questions. There are certain answers given by this witness.
Thank you.
Advance your question.
Thank you.
I know
let me now move
witness.
to the clincher. You know that Weldon Kipyegon Langat is the ICT advisor at the governor's office in Kericho County. Do you know that?
No, I don't know.
When you met Weldon Kipyegon Langat, he told you where does he work? What does he do for a living?
We did not exchange those pleasantries.
So you are interacting with him regarding this system as who? What was his capacity as you interacted with him?
This system, we are interacting with various people within the team.
No, just answer my question. Regarding Weldon Kipyegon Langat, you interacted with him in his capacity as who?
Frankly, we don't know his capacity.
You met a stranger whose capacity you don't know and began discussing with him this system. Is that the correct position?
Yes, but he wasn't a stranger.
Thank you. Let me make progress.
Yes.
Let's now go to the substance of your report. Your report is at volume 5 of the governor's document from page 29 to page 37. Is that correct?
Yes. Yes.
But then let me pause back a little, Madam Speaker. Not together. Let me pose some question first. Who contracted you as a professional to do this report? Who was your client in preparing this report?
We were brought in by the lawyers.
Who was your client? You know, a client is somebody who is known. Lawyer is a generic word. Who was your client? Who is paying your fees? Who is your client?
It's the governor's team, which includes the lawyers and the consultants.
Did you talk to a particular person to do this work, a particular human being by name? Did a particular person contract you? Or was the letter signed by a particular person?
Please repeat.
Counsel, you know that question is answered. He's given you the team that contracted him. Please move on to next question. Advance.
Madam Speaker, my apologies. The question of the lawyers has been answered, and now I know which lawyer by name. It's a different question.
Proceed.
Thank you. Give us the name of the lawyer who contracted you.
This was, I believe we were, you know, it's, it was, I believe it was Peter.
Give us the full name of the lawyer, kindly. I don't know a lawyer by generic name Peter. What's the full name of the lawyer?
Peter Wanyama.
Peter Wanyama is the one who contracted you.
Who contacted us, yes.
Let me go to that report now, in the interest of time. In your presentation before the Senate, you have made comments on the IP addresses from pages 29 to page 33 of volume 4A. Do you remember making those observations?
Yes.
Mr. Carter, a witness may need his bundle. My apologies. Volume 4A. Yes. You have made observations on the IP addresses at pages 29 to 33. You remember that?
Yes. Yes.
Let's go to your report. Which part of your report addresses those IP addresses? Give us a page number in your volume 5.
Counsels, can you assist your witness to open the pages so that we save on time?
Volume 4A, I asked now the part of his report. His report runs from, in volume 4A, no, volume 5, my apologies, from page 29 all the way to page 39. I want him to point us to the part of that report that addresses the issue of these IP addresses.
Okay.
Madam Speaker, I just wish to make an observation that the witness is taking so much time to answer my question. My time is running out.
It's not captured.
These things you have been telling us here about these IP addresses are nowhere in your report.
They're not captured directly on the report.
Now, I want to know whether they are indirectly captured. Where? Which part of the report indirectly captures them?
Witness, can you answer the question?
It's not there.
Sorry?
It's not captured.
Oh, it is not even indirectly captured. Let me move. You have also talked about Mark.
Counsel, you have a balance of 2 minutes to finish your cross-examination. Proceed.
Thank you, Anna. Let me deal with the time as remaining. I'll deal with that issue when the time runs out, because you've seen how the witness behaves with me. You have also talked about the issue of MAC addresses in the course of your evidence in chief. Remember that?
Yes.
Which part of your report addresses the issue of MAC addresses? Give us a page number.
There's no report on that, on this report.
In summary, so that I close over that issue, you have testified on matters outside your report this afternoon. True or not true?
That is some of the matters. That is true.
Sorry, I didn't get the answer.
For some of the matters, that is true.
Thank you. Let me make progress. Allow me, and you know I'm really strained for time now, but allow me to do the best I can with that. Let us go to the recommendations at page 39. To the recommendations at page 39. To the recommendations at page 39 of the report. What is your first bullet recommendation on security best practices?
Use HTTPS, TLS everywhere.
Use HTTPS, TLS everywhere. That's your recommendation.
Yes.
One of the resource material you used to make this report was the affidavit of Alfred, the ICT expert from the Assembly. True or not true?
Please repeat.
You told this Senate that one of the material you were given was the affidavit of Alfred, the ICT expert from the Assembly. You remember that?
Yes.
I want to show you, in the interest of time, my own copy of that affidavit. Madam Speaker, for the record, I'm showing the witness, the Assembly's volume 2 at page 84, in particular, paragraph 28. Please confirm that the address is HTTPS, then the other particulars follow.
Yes, I can confirm.
So you are recommending to them to do that which they are already doing at that bullet point.
And so your time is up. I'll allow the witness to answer that question.
Let me just
we
answer
proceed
that.
on.
This is a general recommendation. When I said security best practices, look at security best practices.
My question is different, that recommendation is already in place. That recommendation is already in place.
That recommendation is already in place, but that is security. That's a general security best practices, which you need to take in place.
Madam Speaker, may I now formally request for some additional time? I'll request for 20 more minutes because of the time that I've taken with this witness. We've not had a habit of wasting any time. We've been victims of just time itself and the witnesses.
Council, 20 minutes. We are constrained on time, so I'll give you 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Let me see what I can do with 5 minutes. I want you to look at your recommendation at page 33 of volume 5. I'm looking at recommendation bullet point 3. Application firewall rules blocking SQLI XSS. Using that?
Yes.
What firewall is applicable to this system you reviewed?
For this, you usually have a...
No, not usually. The one you reviewed. You are examining the county assembly's system. What firewall is it using?
We did not find any firewall.
Are you saying the system was completely without firewalls?
We are not privy to that information.
I need to get the direct answer. Are you saying you did not find any firewalls because you never accessed it, or you accessed it and found it had no firewalls?
Please repeat, please.
Are you saying the system had completely no firewalls because you never accessed it, or you accessed it and found it had no firewalls?
We accessed it and found that it don't have a comprehensive firewall.
You know, the word comprehensive firewalls and no firewalls in my lay language will be different. Is it the same thing?
No.
So I'm asking, what firewall did you find in the system?
I believe the basic firewall system, which very...
You know, you've given us here names of firewalls, SQLI, XXX, you know that? Which one did you find? Just as a name.
Sorry, maybe you misunderstood. These are firewall rules. This is not the type of firewall.
Yes, which firewall rules are applicable to this system? It has a name. Which firewall rules, in fact, apply to this system that is used at Kericho County Assembly? It has a name.
There are many firewall rules which should be implemented.
You are investigating a particular system, Mr. Witness. Which firewall rules did you find in this one?
For this one were basic rules that you couldn't access the backend. There's something called the backend.
There is a type of firewall called basic firewall rules, as its official name.
Yes.
Its name is basic firewall rules.
It's a basic firewall, not basic firewall rules. It's a basic.
Do you know of a firewall called fail to ban firewall rules?
I'm not aware of that firewall.
So let me ask, Mr. Job, are you in fact an ICT expert? As a matter of fact.
Yes.
Thank you. Did you breach this system yourself?
In terms, we did not breach because we do not have we are not given the authority to do the same, but we managed to find vulnerabilities in the system.
Did you penetrate this system yourself?
We did not penetrate fully.
When did you access this system, Mr. Oguya? When did you access the system itself?
We officially accessed it when we officially did the audit on 27th.
So that when we get an independent expert report, it will show the logs of your access to the system.
That's why I've said we did not access, we don't penetrate.
I thought you just told me you accessed this system on 27th. So you audited a system you didn't access.
Oh, okay. Allow me to rephrase that. We accessed the system with the credentials provided on that 27th, with the user credentials which we found on that 27th.
Which credentials do you use? Give us the particulars.
The particular credential was, maybe I can just get it. Let me just 1 minute.
Council, time is up. He's only going to give you the credentials they used.
Maybe I can read it out. 20. Should I read it out?
Just read it out.
Proceed.
2017 0083351, and the password was 248-78352.
When you accessed, what were you able to do in the system?
Nothing much. We just observed, and we tried maybe to change the password or to set a password which did not have those options.
Sorry?
We tried to see if it can change a password or set your password.
And that inability shows a security system. Your inability to change a password shows a security system in place.
Yes.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I'll leave the rest of the issue of credibility to your own observations. My time is spent. I thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Re-exam.
Just a few questions, Madam Speaker. Mr. Oya, you say you asked a question and about Weldon Kipyegon Lagat. Do you know Weldon Kipyegon Lagat?
Yes.
And when did you meet him?
We met this week.
You met this week, eh?
Yes.
Where?
Here.
You met here?
Yes.
Okay. You met him in the presence of who? Who else did you meet?
The governor's team.
The governor's team,
which
okay.
Also.
When meeting him and the governor's team, did you find out where everyone from the governor's team worked? Their credentials, titles?
No.
Okay. Did Weldon Koril assist you to prepare this report?
No.
Who assisted you to prepare the report?
My colleague.
Maybe for the sake of the record, what's the name of the colleague?
Bruce Onyango.
Bruce Onyango.
Yes.
Okay. There is a fundamental question you asked about the logs, which are there in volume 4A. Volume 4A, the logs. You are asked whether you have mentioned these logs, which appear at page 30. What page is that?
Page 20. Page 29.
Of volume?
Of volume.
So you ask a specific question, whether you have you have mentioned these logs in your report. Look at paragraph 7 of your affidavit. Can you read paragraph 7 of your affidavit to the Senate, please?
I was requested to analyze the extracts of the system audit logs which are contained in volume 4A of the county assembly documents.
Are those the logs that you said you analyzed, the logs in volume 4A?
Yes.
Okay. Look at page 35 of your report. Can you read paragraph 261, the first bullet?
Data privacy and protection frameworks require strict separation of voter identity from ballot choice. From the logs provided, we can know who voted.
Okay. Have you mentioned the word logs? Are these the logs that you say you referred to?
Yes.
Okay. Now, in preparing your entire report, again, you've been asked this question. In preparing your entire report, what was the primary document that you used to make all these conclusions that are contained in your report? What was the primary document?
The primary document was the system architecture.
The system architecture?
Yes.
Okay. By the way, for the avoidance of doubt, when you logged in using those credentials that you said, did you see the logs in the system as an expert?
No.
Why?
Because the user did not have those rights, you see.
Okay, the user right cannot access the logs. Eh?
Yes.
So you relied on the logs which were already supplied to you?
Yes.
Okay. There is this issue of the MAC addresses. Again, you asked a question whether you have mentioned in your report the MAC addresses. To your own knowledge, do you know what MAC addresses are? If you ask me as a lawyer, what is a constitution, I'll simply pick it out and show it to you. And then there'll be no doubt about it. So to your own knowledge as an IT expert, do you know what MAC addresses are?
Yes.
So from the documentation that you analyzed, the logs that are in front of you, do you see any item that looks like a MAC address of a computer or a phone or a laptop?
No.
Was that the basis of your conclusion about MAC references to MAC addresses?
Yes.
Who contracted you? You asked a question, that someone contracted you.
Yes, as I mentioned, it was the governance team led by
How many lawyers were in the governance team that you were working with? Did I just count how many lawyers?
I believe the ones I know around 7, 8.
Around 7,
8, yeah.
Okay. Have they paid your fees? Madam Speaker, that is the last question to the witness.
Are you sure you want to discuss the fees in the course of those questions? I think we can now proceed on with the senators who want to interrogate this witness, and want to start with Senator Samson Chiralike. Please ask a direct question. Don't take more than 1 minute so that we can finalize with this witness.
Thank you, Mr. Witness. I've seen in your affidavit, did you check the system itself, or you did only analysis of the logs? And number 2, Madam Speaker, in your assessment, were you able to visit Kericho County Assembly? And finally, I've seen in your report, you have not indicated whether the system was compromised or not. Can you clarify on your recommendations and conclusion? I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Pesato Mujenda, we'll take a few questions and then you respond to them together.
Mr. Witness, you have referred to the system created, and I want you to clarify. Number 1, was the system tamper-proof? Number 2, could a third party, is it possible to know whether a third party voted for a member from the analysis of the system?
Senator Danson Mungatana.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. May the witness tell us, from what I have listened to, Madam Speaker, the witness only pointed out to the absence of multi-factor authentication, lack of Cloudflare, exposure of passwords, use of the COKE instead of a GOKE, the general risks. But he has not told us whether there was a specific breach, a specific. If I tell you to do a risk assessment of my office or my house, you should be able to tell me that on this particular day, this person, or it was seen from the system that this person did this. So I want the witness to tell us, did he observe whether actually somebody voted for another person? That's what we are looking for, because the report is so general. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Wakoli, and then you respond to those questions, and we'll move to the next segment. Senator Wakoli has dropped to Senator Okenyuri Esi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I would wish to know from the IT expert on whether he has capacity so that we can have georeferencing, so that we see if each individual who was voting virtually matches with the places where they were in, so that we do not have a case of a voter who voted virtually but in Bomet. Secondly, how do you prove that the 4 votes that were emanating from the same IP address are not from different devices or same devices? And finally, are you able to check on the authenticity of the static IP address? Thank you.
Can you proceed, witness, to respond to those queries?
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'll respond to the questions raised. I'll start with the last. This is the check of authenticity of the public IP address. What usually happens, the authenticity of a public IP address is owned by the ISP provider. So the authenticity of the public IP address is correct. You can get the authenticity of the public IP address from the logs, because you cannot have your own public IP address. It has to be registered via the internet provider. Then the other question you had raised is if the same IP address which voted for 4, the same IP address which was used for 4 votes, that is able, because if you are in the same network, we say you connect to the Parliament wireless, all of you will have the same IP address. So that is correct. 4 votes can have the same IP address. The risks that were raised, that somebody can vote for another, definitely this one was captured in the report, because as I shared, the passwords, the username and passwords were shared in IT terms, we call it clear text. They weren't encrypted when they were shared to the users, and everyone knew that to access this system, either you need your IDPP number and the username and the ID number to access it. So everyone had the protocol that is needed to access. So anyone could access somebody else's account. Because I know, if for me I know my ID number is this, definitely my fellow MCA ID number, definitely I'm privy to this. I can get his information from maybe a database which is provided somewhere. So we saw that as a major risk, which we highlighted it on the report. For that, because of the lack of the MAC address which we have been talking about, we cannot know which individual device or who accessed it. I think that would answer also the question on the whether a third party voted for the system, which is very much possible, because this system is not hosted at the Kericho County ICT departments, it's hosted outside, as per the report. It's hosted in Germany. So anyone with a link and anyone with the credentials of an MCA would be able to access it. That one also answers the question on if the system was if the system was standard-proof in terms of it was compromised because of the sharing of the same usernames and passwords, or a certain criteria is being used, which everyone knows. For Senator Cherga, I did not visit the county assembly because in this digital world, everything is online, the networks have been connected, and the system, we did not see the need of going there because the system is not hosted in their premises. Yes, I believe.
Senator Olekina Ledama.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I have a few questions for this IT expert. First of all, let me congratulate you for really selling yourself in 30 pages of giving your credential in the key audit in your report. I was trying to find exactly what it is that you're auditing, but I couldn't find. But I'll go specifically to my questions. And my questions are as follows. 1, are you a certified white hacker or ethical hacker? A white hacker is the same as ethical hacker. That's question number 1. Number 2, the counsel for the governor asked you a question, which was also asked by the county assembly attorney, whether or what is a MAC address. So I wish you could be able to explain to us what is a MAC address clearly. And then the next question that I want to hear from you giving us a clear answer is, since the title of your report, and I'll go to page 30, is it 30 or maybe 29? It says Cyber Security Audit Kericho County Assembly Voting System, cyber security. So what I would like to know from you is, which cryptographic keys did you use to be able to audit the system? Because I've gone through what you've presented here, and these are basic things that anyone can get who understands internet, who is, in terms of who owns the domain. But really, I think if you are to audit, you're either a certified ethical hacker or who can be able to use cryptographic keys to be able to give us. But I have not seen any of those. These are quite basic things. And then finally is, my question, the time is over.
Senator Okech Eddy.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Expert, on page 32 of your affidavit, you have indicated here your primary objectives of this audit exercise. And I'm drawn to the biggest one here, which is to ensure the integrity and confidentiality of voter data. And because this Senate might not have as many experts as you are, what I was expecting from you is a proper audit trail. A proper audit trail of what is the event log of what actually happened. I'm looking at your entire affidavit here. I don't have any single element of event logs of really what happened. I want you to tell me in simple terms, because whatever you have here is a prescription of any system that you can do on a secondary level. You can do this work on a secondary level. I can look at a system and say this system has got, lacks these features, or this system does not have these security features. You can say that. But what we're looking for here is an element of accountability and transparency that can be able to show us that in the event log of what transpired in the voting time of 11 minutes, this is my audit trail. So my question to you is, where can we find your audit trail of this system that can show us event log of exactly what transpired? Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Otsotsi, to close the number of questions, then we go for 3 on this side.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I just want to clarify a matter. When the expert was confronted with a question to distinguish between a MAC address and IP address, I think there was some confusion there, because a MAC address is supposed to be that unique identifier that identifies. Let me process my question. Let me process my question. That identifies a device on a network, on a unique network.
Can you avoid answering for the witness? You just pose the question or seek the clarification so that you give them the benefit of answering that question.
Oh, very well, very well. But let me go now to the point. An IP address, in my own understanding, my 25 years of practice, is that unique identification that identifies a device on the internet. For example, Madam Speaker, when you have your phone and you want to transact on the internet, that unique number that identifies you on the internet is the IP address. I want to pose a question based on the contents of County Assembly documents, volume 4A, on page 30. There's a particular IP address 41.139.237.2.129. It has been used, Madam Speaker, 9 times. And I want to believe maybe it's because we had that one particular computer that the MCAs were using to vote. That could be the explanation. But I...
Don't speculate. Can you pose the question to the witness?
Okay. Madam Speaker, you know, in this house we have a diversity of professions. And in this particular one, I have a responsibility to guide this house, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I would like to know whether the ICT expert did an IP lookup. We have something called an IP lookup, where you can determine the physical location of a device on the internet. It will tell you the geographical location.
Very well. I think your question is posed. I will give the witness time to respond to those questions.